Tiny Beacons of Light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation, along with Rue, who's feeling a little bit tired here this evening. We've been in moving mode. So I'm going to put Rue up on his chair, also known as his perch, behind me. But my guess is that he's going to want to go to sleep in a minute or two. So if so, I will hide off camera or jump off camera and have him go to bed. With that said, we are going to have a really fun talk tonight about looking at stuck energy, at internal traumas that are sticking inside of you and keeping your energy from flowing. So there's lots of good stuff we get to talk about tonight. Isn't that right, Rue? Yes, exactly. Those are actually his very tired sounds that he's making right now. So I'm going to, I don't know if you can hear him. There we go. I'm going to have him take a seat and we will get started here. You ready, Rue? Good job, good boy. All right. So let's see what we're going to talk about. And like I said, he may have to go to sleep almost right away, but welcome, everybody. So excited to have you here this evening. I must say, I wasn't sure whether to have this event here tonight or not, and whether to have next week's event. And Jessica told me, yes, we get to go for it because we're in moving mode. So the studio looks great all around me. However, oh no. Did we just lose YouTube? Are you still there? Is everybody? Oh, okay. Wow, that's wild. Things just blew up on my end and it says, do you want to reload site? But you're still here. Whew. All right. So maybe I should dive into things quickly because we don't know how things are going to go. We're in packing mode. We're moving in 4 days from now. And so I have books to my side. I have magnesium here. I have a table that is filled with stuff that gets to be moved and an environment that is admittedly interesting because, well, moves tend to be a little bit messy. But it was great to get together tonight. It's great to see you here tonight. And so let's dive in, see where we get, and we'll call it good a little bit early. I'm probably going to be burning the midnight oil, packing up the RV, burp the RV. Rue is pruning. That means he's getting ready for bed right now. But let's dive into things. And thank you, Ian. Thank you, Anne, for running everything. And how does it get any better than this? Okay, my notes did blow up. So let's see if we can find my notes here. There we go. Let's see. First off, if you haven't joined our Daily Woohoo, which is our daily attunement newsletter, it's a newsletter that brings your energy up and up and up. It's almost like you could just look at it, not even read it, and you'll find your energy go up. I'm not sure if it's quite that powerful, but it may be, and that is dailywoohoo.com. It's free. It's fun. I do it just about every single morning, and lately I've been putting pictures in there, and I'd love to get feedback from people. If people here in the chat are enjoying it, what you think of the Daily Woohoo. And we also have our new School of Mystics, our next month School of Mystics beginning this week, which is going to be, I wanted to call it Discovering the Superhero Within You. And Jessica felt, rightly so, that was a bit young. It was a bit And so instead, it's about finding the goddess or the god that's within you. It's about discovering your self-love, your self-worth, your self-value, getting in attunement or alignment with your higher self, with your highest self, and birthing forward a new you from that high-level vibration. And so that class is going to begin starting this Wednesday, and I have a coupon code for you if you want to join us there, and it is Goddess60. And so I and Ann will be putting the link down there, and remember that code, Goddess60. All right, let's dive into things, shall we? All right, where do we begin? Okay, I hope you can hear what Rue is doing right now. Rue is making he makes these sounds when he is preening there. Sometimes you get to rely on the small things in life to ground you. We're packing. I told you that. We're moving. You know that. We have had, Jessica and I, and I always like to teach this story, we've had a very interesting time together. We've been together since 2009. Wow, quite a few years now. And one of the things that's been punctuated by is our love for travel, our desire for travel, our desire to get an RV and hit the road and to explore and to go around the world and to explore, and also an ability to find ourselves in the most beautiful places, at least around the country, if not around the world, and to not stay there for too long. And a lot of that actually has little to do with us on a conscious level. And Celestiana, welcome to the Backstage Pass. Welcome to the Backstage Pass. There's a link down below. And if you click that link, it gives you access to the join link. It gives you access to our Backstage Pass, where we put up videos every few days, private videos, behind the scenes videos, videos of us going for a walk, of us, I was out paddling today, saying goodbye to the house. Haven't said goodbye to the truck yet. I'll probably cry. I mean, I did privately, but if I put that on video tomorrow, but you get all that with the Backstage Pass, and you get a little symbol by your name as well, which changes color based on how long you've been a Backstage Pass member. But with that said, diving back in here, Jessica and I have had punctuation marks or interesting energy around moves. It all started in our first home together, where they had a changeover in management and were asking us to leave a townhome community that I'd been in for years. And then it was living at a home with a service dog, where even though it was legal, service dogs weren't welcome, and they asked us to leave. And then it was moving to a house in Taos, where there were fires by Los Alamos and ashes raining from the sky. And it was an off the grid Earthship, which sounds really cool, but we found dead mice in the cisterns of the water we were drinking. And we got to leave. Then there was the moldy house in Maui, and we got to leave. And it goes on and on and on. Definitely some sort of a pattern that gets to be cleared. Now, in this case, we've been renting this house off and on for over a year, as we've stayed close to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia for baby Hannah. Now we actually can explore a little bit more, which is why we're moving on and looking for that. Well, Colorado, we thought was our forever home, didn't even go there. We had 2 wildfires, the second one, which chased us out. If you're familiar with wildfires, or if you lived in Colorado or California, you get it. But with that said, wow, there can be a lot of triggers in both of us when it comes to moves. I could look around right now and go, or a lot worse. However, I'm very conscious about these triggers, and that's what I want to talk to you about. And we're going to look at how you can tell. Very conscious of the wounds and traumas from past experience, because they can pepper new ones. For instance, it took us what appeared to be quite a while to find a dream home through the end of May, at least, in Florida. We've got water on both sides of us. Out the back door is the intercoastal waterway, and we're kind of on this island. Out the front door, across the street, 200 yards either direction, is the Atlantic Ocean and the beach. How does it get any better than this? However, because of the wounds of the past, it would have been very easy to have chosen something less than, out of fear, out of wounds, out of energetic blocks. What does that mean? And it's why I'm covering this in a whole month in the School of Mystics, to get you lighter and get you past these energetic blocks. It means there are energetic channels always flowing through you. It's that the actual term is a torus, this energy coming out, circulating down, coming back around, and going in both directions, inside and outside of you. These energy channels flowing allow you to think more clearly, allow you to relax, sort of like Rue right now, allow you to relax even in the face of mild danger, and allow you to vibrate at a higher level no matter what's coming your way. Here's the trick. So I learned this from a chiropractor. Well, he's a kinesiologist, and we're actually going to visit him next week. I think his website is cleanmycomputer.com. And our dear friend David, um, uh, David Berglund, also goes by Warren Berglund or Warren David Berglund. He pointed out that because I've had 16, I believe it is, orthopedic surgeries at this point. Yeah, I got a bunch of titanium parts. How does it get any better than this? Most work, well, all of them work exceptionally well, some of them even better than others. But he was pointing out I have incisions that go from just above my knee all the way up to my hip. And he was saying that when you cut, forgive me, if you're squeamish, block your ears right now at this moment. Aya, this probably means you. If you cut through the flesh, there are energetic channels, meridians going through the body where the energy gets stuck and can't flow anymore. And it can inhibit healing. And it can also have an effect on all of the circuits through the human body. Now, that is a physical wound or cut. An emotional wound or cut can be even deeper. It can prevent energies from flowing throughout the entire body. It can keep things from being in balance. And based on where and when you were when the wound occurred, the universe always likes things to be in balance. And so it will bring you back to the cause of the wound to help you to heal the wound, to get your energy flowing again. This, if you get nothing else out of tonight, get this. If you had a wound or trauma, it keeps coming back. Most teachers would say it keeps coming back because it gets to be cleared. And that's true. But the full story is it keeps coming back because there's energy that's stuck. And if you can go back, in a sense, to the scene of the crime, I put that in quotes, it's not all crimes, but if you can go back to that origin or inception point and get that cleared, cured, or removed, the energy has a chance to get flowing again. Everything changes. You feel better. You feel lighter. What we're doing this month in the School of Mystics is really finding that superhero, that God is within you, helping you to vibrate at the highest level. You can't do that when you have a wound or trauma stuck inside of you. Instead, you keep repeating it. I'm very relaxed. Jessica might even say, too relaxed. I'm very relaxed about this upcoming move. And it looks kind of chaotic around us. How does it get any better than this? It is, in a sense, chaotic, and it is, in a sense, not chaotic. Because I feel more comfortable and confident in our moving ability than ever because I've done the work. Wow, that made the glasses dirtier. I've done the work and gone after the wounds. And that's what I need to talk with you about today, about the simplest way to find these wounds, because we can't clear what we don't know we have. Now, some of you may be going, I know exactly what my wounds are. And that's both good and not so good, because typically, if we really know, we tend to hold on to them too tightly. We embody the wounds. We fight to keep our wounds. We define ourselves by our wounds. But we are not our wounds. And we are not our stuck energy. We are energetic beings having an energetic experience in human form, in a human body. But we are still energetic beings. The trauma in us blocks our energy, blocks our chi, our prana, our mana, our life force. You're a flying energy ball. Whee, I'm an energy ball. Yeah, but hopefully you're a little bit more grounded than that. Oh, sorry, I've been reading stories to baby Hana too much. Oh, there's no such thing. I get to read a lot more to her, a lot more. But with that said, we're this ball of energy, and the energy is flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing, and we hit a trauma and it stops. And it hurts, and it hurts, and it hurts. And we begin to dim our light because it hurts to keep hitting our head against the wall. but we're still energetic beings having a human existence. We're still pure energy. And energy likes to flow, it likes to move, it likes to dance, which is also why we feel so jittery on Monday mornings. That's what I wrote about in today's Daily Woohoo. You too, you've got to be an empath. If you're listening to me, that means you're energetically sensitive, and you're way energetically sensitive. And Monday mornings can be rough. And this morning was no exception. The world feels rough today. Celestiana, 1111, thank you for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? She wrote, read Sunday's Woohoo and put it into practice immediately. Focused on one intention of continuous income. And later that day, I got an unexpected gift plus an early payment. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? Yes, each day Daily Woohoo is an attunement, but also gives you a gift, one thing that you can play with to help you to raise your vibration, to help you play the highest level energetic game you can. And yesterday, yesterday, I'm looking at the calendar going, was yesterday Sunday? It's been a very long time since Sunday. Yesterday was about intention work with your angels or guides. And Celestiana did put that into practice. That's so awesome. So we are balls of dancing energy until we're not, or until we are not dead for that matter. Monday mornings are a perfect example. We take on everyone else's energy around us. We feel jittery. We feel naughty, not Ted. We feel completely spun and out of our minds. Why? First, because we're taking on everybody else's energy. Second, because that overabundance of energy has nowhere to go, or has no idea where to go. That's the challenge. When I talk about us feeling naughty, and I mean not Ted, like a string, a rope, or, oh, do I dare? I didn't even put on the LAN cable tonight. Well, I have a LAN cable here. I'm not going to even try to pull it out. But when our energy is in knots, we're in trouble. And we've all heard the expression, he or she's got me tied in knots. It means your energy is stuck and has no way for it to flow. It feels icky. It feels terrible. It can literally make you sick. When your stomach is tied in knots, that's energy that has nowhere to go. It's blocked energy from a trauma, from a wound, from a trigger, from an event, from the past, from your his story. It's all story. The energy has nowhere to go, and it can literally make you sick. And it certainly doesn't help you live the life of your dreams, which is why this month's School of Mystics is about getting all of this cleared and discovering your self-worth, your self-value, your self-love, and discovering the God or goddess within you to help you raise your vibration to the highest level and to be able to live your life in the dreams. Your traumas and dramas have kept you stuck. Your energy has kept you stuck. Oh yeah, we'll also do clearing after clearing to get you light this month, and group intention setting meditations to help get you lighter still. Why? Why am I pushing the God or goddess within you? No. All right. Don't do it this minute. But you could go to the TV, you can go to wherever you ingest your news, which I tend to call negative, worthless stimulation, and go look up somebody that you're not happy with on the web. Actually, please don't. Think about it, but please don't. And then change the channel in your mind, because I don't want you focusing on somebody that you're unhappy with. But what do you see? I see a moron. I see an idiot. And yes, Paul Selling, what you damns you back. I send love to everybody. But I see people who are operating at various levels of consciousness, who are operating at various levels of awareness, who are operating consciously or unconsciously, doing a Magarena based on the wounds, traumas, and stuck energies that they have not dealt with. That's why you may see a world leader acting like a 5-year-old. They haven't dealt with the stuck energy. They haven't dealt with those wounds or traumas. If I can help clear the wounds and traumas from you, and you then can help clear the wounds and traumas from anyone else around you, we start operating at a higher level. The song of humanity literally changes. And by now, you know that's my mission. Elevate consciousness, raise people's vibration, shift humanity to a higher level. When we're no longer operating from our wounds, traumas, and stuck energy, our energy naturally goes up. We naturally start to align at a highest level. We naturally start to align with God, with Source, with the universe. And I don't mean a bearded white guy in the sky, but we naturally start to align at the highest level. Different decisions are made, different circumstances come about, literally a different humanity, a wave of a different humanity. And this means to go over the entire planet can take place when we're operating from this highest level. So I'm very, very biased. So if you want to do something in life, if you want to feel something, if you want to feel more joy, if you find yourself banging your head against the wall with a repeating pattern after pattern after pattern, no matter how much you try, no matter how much you do, that's because there's energy stuck inside of you. There's an energetic block. So if you find yourself over and over and over again doing something and then getting stopped halfway through, or if you find yourself starting something and the going gets well, and this week we have had such incredible flow, I've gotten nervous. I've gotten nervous because of my past wounds and blocks. I don't believe in jinxing things. Um, but, and I do believe that in the past I would shoot myself in the foot because of my wounds and traumas. If you find things are going well and you see yourself go, put it away and starting to take aim at your foot, and you know that you have a history of shooting yourself in the foot, chances are there's an energetic block as well. Or if you start something only to find yourself disheartened, disinflated, if that's even a word, disinflated, de-inflated. Let's try one more time. Deflated. There, I haven't been getting much sleep with baby Hana lately. Teething issue. If you find yourself deflated at any point in the process, that's an energetic block. Nika, thank you so much for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? And Nika said, and I don't pay people to write these things. It's really cool because I'm just doing it from my heart. And I have no idea who is reading it or liking it or touched by it. So Nika, thank you for your love and energy. Your newsletters each morning lift me. I appreciate all you do. This group loves you and your family. Deep appreciation for all that you do. Thank you so much, Nika. How does it get any better than this? And my arms aren't big enough, but I want to bear hug all of you, everyone here this evening. I want to give you a big, giant bear hug. If you find yourself deflated, if you find all of it, you've been so excited about something, man, we're going to Florida. I'm so excited. And then something takes place and you're like, an example of that is I have a really fun jacket in the closet. I'm probably never going to wear. I got really, really excited about this. And I used to be in the fashion industry. I'm not sure if it shows. Over a decade, 2 decades, over 2.5 decades ago. 22 years ago. I got this jacket, really excited about it. Jessica looked at it and said, you know, that jacket's too big. I haven't worn it. That was my energetic block. We do that to ourselves as well. That's what I want to help you clear. And we're going to look at some other key ways in just a minute to help you to be able, awareness is the key, to help you be able to clear. And forgive me, I sound like a squirrel on crack, don't I, tonight? It's this energy of getting things packed all around me. That's this energy of puissance, of power, of desire to keep moving, velocity. If you find yourself in a conversation or an event or something takes place only and you want to respond with rage, with anger, another negative emotion, or you find yourself welling up in tears, or you just want to hide under the desk or under the covers, and you find that that emotion is completely out of balance with what's being said, that's a trauma or stuck energy inside of you. Heck, When you're given A and you go all the way to Z, that's something, that's a trigger, that's stuck energy inside of you. When somebody says, oh, that coat is too big, and you go grab lighter fluid and burn it. Oh, no. there's a trauma. A drama or a trauma inside of you. Or if you get so upset with someone or something for the smallest thing, but you know it's a trigger for you. Guess what? Karen Reynolds, welcome to the Backstage Pass. Guess what? You become a Backstage Pass member. I love you guys, and I'm having real fun this evening. How does it get any better than this? No, if you, and welcome, Karen. If you are triggered, guess what? Every single trigger, every single one, is a sign of trauma inside of you. Triggers, by definition, are traumas unresolved. They're energy that's stuck and doesn't know where to go. For without those triggers, we'd sit more like Mountain or be more like a saint, Mother Mary, Mother Teresa, or the Dalai Lama. But when the energy has nowhere to go and we hit a trigger, it's like kablamo. That's the technical term. Kablamo going off inside of us. Or more particularly, like a small volcano. And when that energy or that lava has no place to go, what happens? It erupts. Kaboom. But here's the thing. And here's why, in particular, I'm teaching this month's School of Mystics. First, we can learn to harness that energy. Just like I was writing about this morning, Monday morning energy. He's got a case of the Mondays. Actually, we can take that energy that's all around us. We can take that energy that's stuck inside of us. And we can Tai Chi it or spin it around and begin to use it. There's no such thing as negative energy. It's just energy. Go to the starting line of a race, and that's what I feel like with all these bags and boxes and plethora of random goodness around me. It feels like the start of a race. What do you like before the start of a race? You might be a loon. Some people actually throw up or you get sick to their stomachs. You feel terrible. You feel awful. And then kabam, sort of a trigger, the gun goes off and you start running, or you start riding, or you start doing whatever. That energy has some place to go and you relax into it. So first, we get to learn how to harness that energy. Second, we can get that energy flowing again. That's like what happens in the race. Third, we can tap into the source of that energy. That's the fun. The source of the energy is always the god or goddess within you. Now you think, yeah, but why would the god or goddess within me, whatever that means, and we'll be talking about that in the School of Mystics, but why would that make me feel icky? What it is the world's largest generator, the world's largest battery, creating all this voltage inside of you, ready to be turned into wattage, power, but it doesn't know where to go. Wait till we direct it. So what I'm talking about, and I want to back up here, is when we find these triggers, when we find these runes, what we can do is we can harness the energy. We can get the energy flowing. We can tap into the energy. We can begin healing the wounds. Wounds of feeling less than, wounds of feeling unworthy, wounds of feeling unloved, wounds of feeling unlovable, or simply not loving yourself. I wish you could see this off camera here. Jessica carrying a giant box of takeout food behind me. I think she's going to have a one-woman powerhouse party here this evening because we both get to get our energy flowing. And what planet am I on? Thank you so much for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? And what Planet I am wrote, Michael, when I woke up with anxiety, memories from hell, heart racing, wanting to scream and cry, I truly clear my energy of this overwhelming negative energy. Yes, this energy gets to be transformed. The overwhelming negative energy, take a pill, do this, do that. And I don't pick on anyone for anything. And there's a time and a place for everything. But the fact is, there's stuck energy. And when we're energetically sensitive, as everybody is here tonight, not only is it stuck energy, but it's like blow your mind energy. It doesn't have to be that way. Dharma Cohen, 1111. How does it get any better than this? Woohoo! We were at the beach in our RV this weekend, and this man walked by smiling and said, how does it get any better than this? We looked at each other and laughed and thought of you. Love you. Oh, we love you too. And I love both of you guys, Dharma. How does it get any better than this? And my computer is saying reload site, but I believe that you're still here. It's been giving me warnings all evening. All right. First, and your homework, your playtime exercise from tonight is I want you to start looking for the wounds, the blocks, the traumas, the triggers, the patterns in your life. And then next, either come join us with the School of Mystics, where we're going to help you discover you're more than enough and feel more worthy and feel more love and feel more alignment, which is why I call it discovering the God or goddess within you. Because it's the traumas and stuck energy that make you feel less than, that make you feel defective, or like you're in a hall of mirrors and you have this warped image. But even if you don't come join us, oh man, I love you no matter what you do. If you want to do one thing that'll make you feel better when you find this stuck energy, trauma, or drama, I want you to imagine a golden thread. The thread has been cut in half and there's a gap in it. And I want you to do this in your mind's eye. There's a gold marker. Do I have something I can write on? Da, 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 da. I am such an artiste. Ha ha. You see that? You've got a golden thread, and there in the middle is the wound. So I want you to, you don't have to go back to the wound. You don't have to visit the wound, but I want you to recognize there is a wound here, or there is a trigger here. Got it? I want you to go in your mind's eye and recognize that there is a wound or a trigger here. And what I simply want you to do is put your hand on your heart. Go to your angels, go to your guides, go to your inner wisdom. And I'm pictured this beam of golden light shooting out of the sun or shooting out of the heavens. And it's beaming down right into that spot where there is a blockage. You have your hand on your heart. You feel it coming down. You feel it going to that line where there's a break in that line. You feel it filling it in. And then you feel this energy coming up from your feet, coming up through your spine, or your tailbone, through your spine, all the way up through the top of your head, out all the way up to the heavens, and back down around again. And you breathe in as you're visualizing this line, and you draw this energy up, up, up through you, and back down around again. And then you draw it up again, up, 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 and back down around again. And you can feel this energy start to flow again. You feel almost like a generator. You feel almost like a battery that's been put in a flashlight, and the energy can finally go again. I want you to visualize the break in the line being healed and being gone. Yeah, that seems kind of weird. Yeah, it's energy. It's not this physicality. It's actually a lot more powerful than that. Yeah, but can I do it in my mind's eye? Yeah, absolutely. Well, what about clearing work and about magnets and clearing statements and angels and guides and all this good stuff? Yeah, absolutely. All of it works. But who said we can't do a little DIY at home on our own? You find that wound, you find that blog, you find that trigger, you find that golden thread that's been broken. Let's call on help and let's fill it in right away. And let's get those circuits going again. Because it's that stuck or trapped energy that's making you feel less than, making you feel broken. It's bogus, it's BS, and it doesn't have to be that way. A few more things, and we'll open it up to questions. I'm like, grr, now. Way back when, the year, do I date myself? The year was 1986. I was working at a ski store, 1986, 1987, maybe into 1988. I don't remember what day it was. Maybe it was 87. Had my old beat up Oldsmobile from my grandmother. Bought it from her, $400. Green Gertrude. Loved that car. Slide around in New England snow in her. I can remember going into work or leaving work from the ski market just north of Boston, Massachusetts. And there was a song from The Who playing on the radio. And I bawled, and I think I beat on the steering wheel, and I think I wanted to beat on myself. And the line that was the trigger for me was, and forgive me if you know this song or if it triggers you as well, no one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man, the one behind blue eyes. I don't have blue eyes, but no one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man. In other words, at the ripe old age of only 16 or 17 years of age, I felt there was something wrong with me. I felt that I was broken, that I had missed a stage of development, that everybody else got these things and I didn't. I couldn't relate to anybody else, that I had missed something in my childhood, that I'd blown it, or honestly, that I'd ruined my entire life. And I was a kid who, full disclosure, I was on Ritalin from 7.5 to 12.5, something like that. One of the early adopters. And I thought, and it numbed me out like a zombie. I thought I had missed something key that everybody else got, and I was broken. Amanda Simpson, how does it get any better than this? Thank you, thank you, thank you for your kind donation and loving us all. Yes, yes, yes. How does it get any better than this? And we love you too, Amanda. I thought I was broken, I was unfixable, I was unlovable, and that I had blown and ruined everything. It's been a common theme for me, one I've had to work on diligently. You might feel this way too. Guess what? You're not broken. You're not unfixable. You're not unlovable. You haven't missed a thing. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You simply have stuck energy. Now, what's interesting is watching us raise baby Hannah and thinking back to my loving parents, and they truly are loving, there may have been quite the wounds going on at the earliest age that I got to clear. However, whether we know what it is or not, and this is the coolest thing, this is what I was writing about in this morning's daily woohoo, and it's an energetic attunement. It raises your frequency, but that's just it. Energy, and this is what I was writing about, energy is just that, it's just energy. When we get the energy unstuck, when we get that bad man, sad man, want to beat on the steering wheel, want to beat on ourselves, forgive me, energy unstuck, we can use it for anything we desire. Anything we desire. Change your life, your health, your happiness, your wealth, you name it, or us getting ourselves packed up and down to Florida. How does it get, thank you, Dharma Cohen, how does it get any better than this? Once you get unstuck. So, I highly advise, I recommend, I implore, I send love. Join us for the School of Mystics this month. Let's get you healed. Let's get all of those lines. Let's get a bridge of energy across those lines. Let's heal that heart. Let's discover that power within, the superhero power that's within you, the god or goddess energy. That's one in you. Let's get you untwisted, untied, unstuck, and filled with the love and worth and happiness that you desire. That's your birthright. And between now and then, I want you to go hunting. I want you to go looking. I want you to find all of the energetic strings you can and ask your angels, ask your guides, ask light workers, ask loved ones to beam down from the heavens and to fill in this gap to get that energy flowing again. And yes, how does it get any better than this? For when you get that energy flowing again, and I'm speaking kind of quietly tonight because baby Hannah is sleeping, but I'm still vibrating up here. When you get that energy flowing again, you do discover the God within you. You do discover the goddess within you. You do discover an energy beyond anything you could ever, ever, ever imagine. And that to me is a mighty woohoo. So with that said, I'm going to take a sip of water and then I'm going to open it up briefly to questions and then a short meditation. And hopefully I and Ann can help me keep the questions a little bit on the brief side tonight because I got to get things packed up. We've got 4 days. That clock is going tick, 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 tick. And then I promise I will do my best next week to have good internet service. We hope to be in Florida or parked for our School of Mystics. But on Monday night, because School of Mystics is Wednesday, Monday night, I hope to be somewhere where I can get good internet to have another fun event. I promise I will do the best I can. All right. And yes, do come join us for the School of Mystics. And almost forgot to mention, we do have a coupon code so you can save big. So you can save $60 a month. How does it get any better than this? And that's Goddess 60. And I and Ann will put the code down there. All right, let's open up to questions. And then I'm going to get back to early bed. No, probably not. To pack-a-lackin' before it gets really cold here tomorrow. All right, hold on. And I love how Junior has gone to sleep here. I got to be careful not to say his name right now or I'll wake him up. All right, let's go to questions. Excuse me. Oh, Jess, how does it get any better than this? Thank you for your kind donation as well, Jess. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And sending so much love to you and your family right back at you. I like this name. Be passion for fashion. I am an empath and also a clairvoyant that sees colors, faces of people I don't know, usually elders. I do have a question. What is the purpose of seeing colors? So be passion. Colors, I can't tell you which book, but best way to give an example. I was down at a movie festival in Sedona a few months ago for Bill Bennett's film Facing Fear, which Mary Fryer, who's probably here, has been trying to help us get a showing of it in St. Augustine this coming spring. With that said, while I was there, it was recommended that I went to this crystal shop and that I got an aura reading. And I got an aura reading, and there were lots of oohs and ahs from people. Why? And they're like, well, you have a blue to violet aura. I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? And they said that it means that you're here to help, you're here to serve, you're nurturing, you're filled with kindness, you're filled with compassion. You have a motherly energy, which was kind of cool. Jessica's the super mom in the family, but that was kind of cool. Each color represents different strengths and powers and abilities that we have and different life force energy, we can say. And I can't tell you what each color means, but I'm very particular even when I choose what color I wear, such as this violet here tonight, or a calming blue, or when I go to exercise, a bright red. I'm very conscious. Or the yellow. had to get back to my yellow glasses. I'm very particular about colors. So be passionate. What I want you to do is do your homework on different colors. Now, Rue behind me, who it sounds like needs to sleep in about a minute, he is really particular about his colors because roosters challenge other roosters through brilliant color. And so I get to be careful or cognizant, at least, of what colors I wear, or else Rue can be like, you want to have a go? If I have brilliant, bright, fluorescent shoelaces on, those shoes are dead. So hold on 1 minute, everybody. I'm going to get Rue to bed, and then we're going to take a few more of your beautiful questions. You ready, Rue? All right. Let's go to sleep. I know. You want to say good night to everybody? Do you? Yeah? You want to say good night? All right. Should we go to sleep, good boy? Oh, you sound very, very overtired. All right. Let's get you to bed, good boy. Good night. All right. Be right back, everybody. Oh, it's okay, good boy. I'll have you in bed in just a moment. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. There we go. I had a show on, one of our earliest shows. It may even be just a podcast only. I'm not sure if it made video. The gentleman's name may have been Mir Schneider, unless he was he was the amazing gentleman who helps you heal your eyes. But there was a guest I had on early talking about auras and colors and talking about the clothes we wear in colors and how important it is to be able to open up our chakras and to expand our energy based on colors that are in alignment with us. All right, next question from Denise. Oh, of course. Janice Gadreau writes, can angels travel through time, past or future? Angels don't see time. Time is a not human made. It is an engineering feat of the universe designed to keep us from tripping over our feet as humans. It helps us to navigate this world of physicality, this material world, by having a timeline, by having past, present, and future. It makes it easier to navigate as we're learning how to build, if we're learning how to expand, as we're learning how to grow. However, on the other side of the veil, time does not exist in the same manner, which means angels can go any which way they want. Angels can be in multiple places simultaneously. We can be in multiple places simultaneously. We can be having multiple lifetimes simultaneously, because time is really an engineering construct to help us here. And even Einstein alluded to it with E equals mc squared, meaning that time is more fluid. In fact, theoretically, we can go backwards in time. Time is more fluid than we ever realized. Still helpful while we're here, although, and I love Dean Radin, the head of Center for Noetic Sciences. He talks about how when it really gets down to it, and he does experiments that prove it, you and me, actually have the ability, forget about having, super psychic powers, but we have an ability on a day-to-day basis to bend time a little bit. And certainly we can feel time differently. And that's because it's real. And last note, time here on Earth, not angel time, but time here on Earth is accelerating. It doesn't just feel as we're getting older that time is passing more quickly. Even for kids, time is passing so much more quickly right now than ever. And I think that's to bring everything to a head, or to bring us to butting heads all together at once to help us make a massive, beautiful transformation to a higher level. All right. Brilliant question, Denise. Amanda. I have a need for a ton of throat clearing while in a great Kundalini meditation. Could this be a sign of my throat chakra? Done deal. Absolutely, Amanda. Yes, 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 yes. So if there are techniques that you're already doing in the Kundalini meditation, I would stick there. If not, a very fun meditation or exercise that I like to do for clearing the throat chakra is to imagine a pinwheel at your throat. And when you breathe in, the pinwheel starts to spin and it goes down on the left, up on the right, down on the left, up on the right. And as you breathe in, you start to see this pinwheel. As you breathe in, it spins faster. As you breathe out, it spins faster. You breathe in, it spins faster. You breathe out. And you may even see different colors coming out, or a color purple, for instance, coming out. But what happens is the more that you focus on an area and see that pinwheel start to spin, the more you are opening up your throat chakra. All right. From I think the person's name is What Planet Am I On? What do I think of Reiki? Hugely powerful. All of the energetic healing modalities can be hugely powerful. We're energetic beings having an energetic experience in human form. There's no reason that we can't use energy to heal. Usually the limitations are either based on our karmic path, meaning what's here to serve us, or how much we believe it. And it's interesting. So, like baby Hannah's heart is doing amazing. It's doing incredible. We don't believe she'll ever need further heart surgery, but she needed heart surgery at birth. And no matter how much energy work we did on her and others did on her, she still needed it. So it all depends on what our life path is and what experiences we get to have, whether Reiki can do a full healing or not. But worth doing? Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. A couple last questions. AA Karma, what is the best clearing exercise to do to cut off energetic cords of toxic people trying to lease out energy? In other words, people that think heavily about you. I feel their dense energy and it makes me feel crappy. And we're going to take one more question after this, of course, from Aaron. So, handy dandy magnet. This one says, perfect. Be kind to another. How does it get any better than this? All right. I have a clearing statement. This is my own personal one. The origins of this are Dr. Bradley Nelson and a few other clearing and healing modalities. A huge shout out to Dr. Bradley Nelson and Emotion Code. You don't have to believe in angels, guides, light workers, anything. That's just the language that I use. You can supplant it. You can transfer it. You can use whatever language works for you. But I do a clearing statement, put this magnet between my hands, and then run it over the meridian to the top of my head. So let's say that I don't know where I was. Oh, I think I was driving to Jessica's house. So my in-laws. Last week, and I rounded one of the last few turns before getting to her house. And this woman turned and looked at me, and as if she was killing me with her eyes. It was freaky tiki energy. And I grabbed my cell phone, which has a cell phone battery, which is a magnet. And magnet works well, cell phone works well. Your hands are magnetized too, just your hand works well. And I went like this. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, higher self, higher team, and all angels, God, and light workers here for highest good and the highest good of all. Please help clear the cables, cords, strings, attachments, and daggers coming to me right now from this person driving by. Please help clear these cables, cords, strings, attachments, and daggers that are hitting me right now and forever. Thank you. Put my hand over my heart. Well, I guess I couldn't do that while driving. I kept one hand on the wheel, took my hand with the cell phone. 5 or 10 times, went over the top of my head, probably yawned or had air expelled just like that, which was kind of that energy coming out, and then I let it go. If I slowed it down a little bit and I go to the archangels, it was Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, higher self, higher team, and all angels, guides, and light workers here for my highest good and the highest good of all. So that's where I'd start. And literally, AA Karma, you can also do, and this is a good habit hygiene-wise for us all to get in. So we're all here together as a group, and we're all family, and we're all loving, we're all supporting each other. And let's be honest, speaking for yours truly, we all have our own individual neurosis. We all have our own individual challenges, problems, opportunities, energies. That's great. All of this stuff is great for us to work on. How does it get any better than this? It's the human condition. It's awesome. It's why we're here. It's why we're incarnate. However, I don't need yours. You don't need mine. You have your challenges. I have my challenges. Why do I need to gift you with mine or vice versa? But when we hang out in an elevator, so to speak, when we hang out in this beautiful room together, when we hang out and rub elbows, rub bellies, and that's a Japanese term from being belly to belly, is meaning an intimate exchange of friendship, of information, of business. But when we are that close to one each another energetically, other people's energy rubs off on us. A great energetic hygiene habit is to clear after every experience. So what I do after every event like this, and I love everybody here so much, is I'll go Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and you can do this with me. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, higher self, higher team, and all angels, guide, and light workers, here for my highest good and the highest good of all. Please help clear all the cables, cords, strings, attachments, and sticky energy, an energy that doesn't belong to me, an energy that gets to go home, an energy that I didn't come in here with, an energy that is just plain not mine. Please help clear all of this energy and cables, cords, strings, and attachments from everybody at this YouTube event here tonight, past, future, and present. Past, future, and present, meaning time is not real. Past, future, and present, now and forever. Thank you. Run that hand over the top of my head. Yawn. Energy coming out. And let it all go. On that note, last question of the evening. Aaron, yes. I'm answering the question. I haven't even finished reading it. I love you, my brother. Does anyone else feel a little emotionally heavy lately? Yes. When we feel heavy, what are some things we can do in those moments? Sometimes they feel suffocating. Aaron, since we're there, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, higher self, higher team, and all angels, guide, and light workers, here for my highest good and the highest good of all. Please help cut all of the energetic cords that are making me feel heavy right now. All of the wounds, all of the traumas, all of the blocks, all of the energy of humanity that feels like it's dragging me down, that feels like it is dragging me and pulling me into the muck, into the mire, and into the sand pit or into the quicksand. Please help clear me from these cords, cables, strings, and attachments of all of humanity experiencing this energy lately, to help me to be at the highest level for my highest good and the highest good of all. Please help clear this now and forever. Thank you. Ooh, do you feel lighter now? And for everyone else who is here, I do a massive clearing. We do meditations every week as part of our School of Mystics. And on the third Wednesday of each month, I do a massive group clearing where we harness the power of the group to get much, much, much lighter than we ever could have been on our own. So with that said, I'm going to dive into one more little sip of water, and then I am going to get to some, as I like to do it, pakalaka and clearing. And for everyone else, sorry I can't get to more of your questions tonight. Do bring them to the School of Mystics if you're a member of the School of Mystics. But I will do the best I can to get as many of your questions answered in the upcoming weeks as I possibly can. And how does it get any better than this? All right, sip of water, brief meditation, and then off to the Pakalakan I go. I'm excited. I'm excited too, because when we, and there's both we, Jessica, Hannah, Energetically, Miraku, Kitty, Rue, and myself get down there. But also when you get down there with me, because I'll be recording down there or be live with you down there, you're going to feel an amazing energetic shift to a higher level. It's kind of why I'm excited for taking everybody on the journey, whether in the daily woohoo, whether in classes, whether in what you do live, all of it this month. We're going to go on an amazing journey to Florida together, you and I, and it's going to be cool. All right. Really short ball of light and love, remembrance, meditation. Let's have you put your feet on the ground. You can tap them up and down. Wiggle your butt against the chair. Breathe in. Feel energy going up from your tailbone, from your feet, from your tailbone all the way up your spine. And out. Feel that energy come back down around in front of you. Breathe in through the nose. Feel yourself drawing up energy from the earth all the way up your spine, out the top of your head, and out through the nose. See that energy coming down from the heavens, down in front of you, down, right down to your feet. In, you draw energy up, and out, energy down. In, you draw it up. Out, you draw it down. In and out. In and out. Visualize, if you will, for a moment, a giant golden seesaw, or almost a golden oil pumping mule that goes up and back down, and up and back down. But it's not pumping oil, it's not pumping water, or if it's a seesaw, it's not kids pumping up and down and up and down. What you're doing with each breath and with each pump is you are pumping energy. You breathe in, you feel that energy go up. You breathe out, you feel the energy going higher and higher still. In, you take in energy. Out, you take in even more. In, you take in even more. Out, you take in even more. There is a ball inside of you that's building and spinning. That is your center. That is your Dantian. That is your central sun within you that is starting to spin faster and faster and faster still. This is your life force. This is your chi, your prana, your mana. This is the energy that you came here with, that you will leave here with, and you can use to do anything you decide while you're here on earth. Now, we've been talking about traumas and dramas and wounds and blocks. As we go from that central spinning sun, can you see some trauma, some wounds? You don't have to relive it, but do you know of one event that took place in your life? And can you see a golden thread that's perhaps been cracked into, like snapping a pencil in two, and there is a disconnect, there is an interrupt between one side and the other, and the energy cannot flow? Do you see that? Shall we heal that together? What I'd like you to do is imagine that golden thread that's snapped in two. Imagine it as a golden pencil. Imagine bringing both halves of the golden pencil together, and imagine that all together we are harnessing all of our beautiful energy. We are getting those spinning balls of golden light inside of us, and we are beaming energy at that thread, at that broken pencil, at that gap between it, and we are all together as one, fusing it back together now and forever always. Ooh. Take a deep breath. Can you feel that energy flowing a little better? Can you feel that energy flowing a little bit more smoothly? Can you feel how much you can move energy now in a more relaxed and easy fashion? Can you feel that ball of energy inside of you now moving and spinning without any energy at all? This is who and what you are. This is your birthright. In science, there's a lot of talk lately about the core of the earth. And is the core of the earth spinning? Is the core of the earth stuck? Has the core of the earth reversed direction? Well, guess what? That core is within inside of each and every one of us. And yes, the earth is going through a transformation. And yes, it is switching direction. And yes, it is directly related to humanity, and humanity is directly related to her. As we clear our wounds and blocks, we clear the wounds and blocks of the earth. As we clear the wounds and blocks of the earth, we clear our wounds and blocks at an even higher level. For we and she are all one. And when you do this work, as you're doing here this evening, you shift your energy and the energy of everyone on this planet, all by being you. Can you feel that energy ball spinning inside of you? Can you feel almost like voltage or wattage, depending on your terminology? Can you feel that energy flowing and going so smoothly within you? It's silky now, isn't it? It's easy, but it's powerful. It's real, it's there, and you can tap into it now any time you want. And this is just one small, in the greater scheme of things, it could be huge, but one small wound and block we've just gone after. Imagine if we worked together all as one to clear one after the next, after the next, after the next, getting you lighter and lighter and lighter still, till you almost feel like you're floating above the earth. That's your birthright. That's my playtime for you. To heal those wounds. Do it together with the School of Mystics. Do it on your own. It's all good. It's all love. Go after all the broken pencils you can. Love yourself up. Heal yourself. Find those breaks. Spin that energy inside of you and see just how high you will fly. And yes, as we come back down to earth, but not really, because once one is healed, it never breaks the same way again. Once you come back down to earth, you're now playing at a higher game than ever. And how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? So thank you, Aya. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, everybody, for your kind words, your kind questions, your kind donations here this evening. I hope to see you in the School of Mystics, or just get the daily woohoo, get the attunement on a daily basis, and get contagious goodness of energy going in you. I love you guys so, 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 so much. I will see you on the road, and I will see you in Florida, in St. Augustine. How does it get any better than this, Roller Girl? Why Florida? That's where the universe is guiding us. How does it get any better than this? Woohoo! Love you guys. See you again soon. Love you, love you, love you. Bye, everybody.